Hello, welcome to the fourth dimension. My name is Maria. I am your Sherpa for this reading. A little bit about the fourth dimension. If you are new here and have never experienced a tarot reading, welcome. I am reading per zodiac sign each week, as well as a midweek pulse and a what to expect this weekend that comes out on Friday. All that being said, you don't have to have the zodiac sign in your chart, actually, to find me or even to resonate. Because if you found me, there's probably a reason you're here. So take it as it resonates. Again, that being said, if it doesn't resonate with you, and it's kind of like that weird Jello and cottage cheese dish that you see on the buffet table, just let it pass you. And quite honestly, it's not meant for you. Go check your other placements. Your other sun or moon rising, and check out those tarot reads because they might be more prevalent, especially with the 25th being a new moon eclipse, full moon. And then of course, as we go into the last week of March, can't believe we're already done with Q1, and we enter into April. April is, what do we have? The retrograde, which is every ex you've ever wanted to see again or not, shows up at your damn door, and you got to deal with it. Yay us, yay us. So I am reading for the sign of Cancer, and I am equally invested because honestly, I'm a Cancer, and I'm always curious as to what can transpire in our zodiac. So I'm reading, like I said, from a generic overview. It's an oracle card, and it is, it is Heart's Hidden Secrets, and then we have the Message of Love oracle decks. So that is what I'm reading from. And here we go with the sign of Cancer. I will take a minute at the end and clarify your Rider-Waite deck with a smaller version of Rider-Waite deck. I do like the deck. And then I'm going to give you an angel number to help you focus this week on what you need to look at, or what maybe the messages you're trying to receive are from your Sherpa tribe. So that being said, here we go. Cancer. Whew, somebody, you're going to be dealing with some gossip. Some people are talking about you, as well as hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. So Cancer, I get the sense off this gossip card and this hoping card that I feel like somebody or you are struggling with maybe afraid of what other people may think, and you're trying to get over their opinion. You're trying to develop your own opinion, I believe. The first two cards out are Nourishing and Hope. Haven't given up on us yet, and you're struggling, or you're sitting here in a hopeful space trying to manifest something in, and you're nourishing yourself. Good for you. Wonderful. Best action ever. This just makes my heart happy. So you are doing some self-love, self-nurturing. I feel like a lot of you are changing your diet. I think I've said that in a couple of readings for you, Cancer. You went through a tower. You did. You're still handling the debris. You're still managing several of the residual effects. It's like the day 9/11 happened, and that's the second time. You might want to check, maybe it's a Leo you're dealing with, but the residual effects of a tower coming down is just like with 9/11. We sat there in shock and awe, and we just sat there watching this whole situation unfold, and you're just having to deal with it. You're a little numb, and this is the aftermath, the ripple effect, right? And you're dealing with the pre-empress. As is somebody that you cared a great deal about. You invested a lot of your energy, time. You manifest this relationship, and you're still dealing with it. This means more of the same. You are trying to heal from it, but you're still struggling with the aftermath, and you're still not quite out of the woods of the pain of that, nor the debris. And the debris can be karmic in nature. It can feel karmic. It can feel like a punishment, but in reality, it's sometimes consequences surfacing. Or if we make an action in one area and the ripple effect of that action hits other people, those come back. Just like when you throw a big stone in the middle of a lake, and the waves come out from the stone, and guess what? They come right back in after a while. Not as intense, but you still feel that. And I feel like that's the vibration that's coming off this card. That's what you're dealing with this week, is trying to settle some of the debris from this tower situation, whatever that is, that breakup. Second row, bitterness and space. I do feel, yeah, like I just said, you might be dealing with some resentment, some residual resentment, or somebody might be feeling that way towards you. You are taking some space for yourself, as you should. Quite honestly, that Hermit card could not come sooner. That space is necessary for you to identify and recover, right? That space allows you a reset of emotion. So it gives you just enough physical and emotional magnitude or realm for you to look at the situation from a 360 versus that keyhole that you're trying to visualize through. And you just see that situation or what went down through one lens of pain and bitterness. You're still going through it, but it's a lot. That space is going to change that view a little bit as to maybe broaden your perspective and see maybe where the other person had some insight, or maybe you could have looked at the situation different, or vice versa. Take it as it resonates. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, which is usually karma. I just said that. So the karma card, this is an ending, and either somebody wants to come in to jump on your wheel and roll it backwards and have you learn the lesson again. But I think you're outside of that, or this is also karma. And like I said, from the tower, I didn't even know that was there. But when the tower is coming down and the residual ripple effects are happening, the karma card is you still have some debris to clean up from this mess. We do have a 8 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords in the upright, this little lady is sitting here all up in her head. And I want you to see this little tiny, like the whole goal in tarot is to reach the castle. It's a story about these incredible people morphing and learning and expanding, and it's their journey through to get to the castle. Here she is. There's the castle. These swords are mental. They're anxiety. They're nothing but like pressure. 10 is my cadaver card. There isn't a pulse in that body. This is 8. This is about as intense as it can get. Now, the irony is this little lady is all by herself in the card. There's nobody else in the card. There's nobody threatening her. There's nobody challenging her. It's all her. And she's being held to these swords with toilet paper. Because really, in all honesty, those could be easily pulled away. And her fears and her anxiety down here, because water in tarot or emotion, she could easily rip these apart, and the swords would fall away, and she would have clarity and truth, and she'd be free to turn around and walk up to the castle. You have it in the reverse. So you're still trying to get through all of the ripple effects, all the anxiety and the anguish that this situation caused. And sometimes when fear, anxiety, right, is turned outward, it's resentment, right? I feel like we've made a story in our head, and we've just agreed to ourselves. We had one voice that said this happened and this is the truth, and there isn't a counter voice to correct it and challenge it and say, well, maybe they had a point or they were correct. We never get to that place because all we hear is the one voice, and we've already determined we're right. So we made a decision that we're acting on, is what I hear here. And you're kind of still trying to grasp, but maybe there's another side of the story, and you're struggling. You're struggling with that a little bit. That's my gut. My gut is that we can have a distorted view of perception of reality. And I feel like you're struggling with that a little bit. So next 2 cards in the center of your read, Cancer, is I have Soul Tie and Bluff. I love these 2 cards. So the soul tie is somebody that you felt very connected to. You're drawn to. You always end up back in their arms for whatever reason. This is a soul tie. This is a soulmate, I believe. The only time I see this card is when I see a twin flame, and whether you believe it or not, doesn't matter, don't care. I'm just telling you how I feel off the card. And then I also feel about the soulmate journey. So there's lots and lots and lots of soulmates, but there's only sometimes one twin flame, right? And so this is either or both, but you're drawn to this person consistently, especially in times of abandonment or pain. That's where it gets drawn. You get really drawn in because this is somebody that you relied upon and you trust. Very few people you trust. You don't trust many. I feel the world has shown you who they are, and you've become a bit tainted and jaded on relationships in general, or just maybe human nature, and you're struggling to find the good. And you are taking care of yourself, and you are doing the right things, and you are working on yourself, nothing negative, but this is I think one of those final hurdles that you're going to have to face. You're currently pretending and exaggerating with a mask, and it's calling the bluff out. So either you're calling somebody's bluff out, or you're recognizing maybe the mask isn't helpful in you moving forward. Is that mask of I'm tougher than I am, I can take on more than I can be everybody's everything. I don't know. I get that like immediately off this card. And the reality is I also feel that you're also jaded with resentment, so it's distorting your perception a bit of the truth. Now, Cancer, take it as it resonates. You might be the other person. It doesn't matter. It's the energy, it's the energy. You feel like this was a wish unfulfilled. This was your goal. The end goal was 10 of Pentacles, all in, everything. You know, the two 90-year-olds sitting on the front porch, drinking the iced tea, rocking in the rocking chairs. One person can hear, one person can see. Together they may make half a person, but they share a lifetime of memories. And that's this card, is they're cashing in everything. But in your case, it's in the reverse, saying it's wishes unfulfilled. I didn't get any of my wishes fulfilled. And it's also a Page of Cups. So you never, ever made the move to have a conversation about love with this person. And you're sitting in regret. Next to, here we go. You're conflicted about asking for forgiveness. You're struggling. You can't get this person out of your mind. You know that you've made mistakes. You made some decisions and you made some actions about multiple choices. We'll say that. Some people say options. Sometimes that's a trigger word, so I try not to use it. But that's kind of the space you're sitting in. Either you made these decisions or somebody made them about you, and you're the recipient of this person's decisions, and you're trying to get over it. And I feel like the King of Swords, which would be you, if you're a male, if not, you're a female, and this is telling you that the King of Swords is sitting in extreme regret. This is anxiety. This is all the defensive wands that we built around ourselves to keep the world out, and it's in reverse. So you're identifying, you're looking at the truth, and this could have been any king. This could have been a King of Cups. This could have been a King of Wands. This is a King of Swords. This is a King of Truth. This is my CEO card. So that means they take care of business. They have a strategy and a PowerPoint and a checkbox, and this, to me, is responsibility. So this king is taking responsibility of their own anxiety and coming forward and addressing some of the crap that occurred in the relationship that occurred. They want to have a conversation about third-party discussions or bad choices in general. It doesn't really matter the details, truly. It's more about that they injured their best friend. They injured and may not ever reconcile with this relationship. So I have two more cards. I have Karma and Reciprocity. So I think I started this reading off saying this. Did I not? I'm pretty sure I did. Let's rewind and find out. So you might be dealing with some karma. And again, everybody goes through karma. If you are breathing, you have consequences. We make bad choices every day, right? Every day, sometimes twice a day, sometimes 20 times a day. So the consequences is cause and effect. So you might be dealing with the ripple effects from this tower that you had back here. You might still be dealing with those residual issues. And I do have the reciprocity. So I do believe that you're going to come in and have a conversation with this person, with the soul tie, and try to find an equal give and take and have a discussion about why it fell apart. I love the diversity on this. I love that. So lastly, if that wasn't enough, you want to have a conversation about this last ending, about who walked away, why, how come it hurt. And that Chariot is forward movement. It is a plan that you've already moved in for it. Like you might even be in your car, or somebody might be in their car on their way to you to have a conversation. All right, as your nosy reader, and of course, I'm of a certain age, so I need readers on. I'm going to find out. Tell me more about this tower. Tell me more about this tower. Thank you. All right, to define and clarify the Tower, you are not going to believe this. All right, you ready? I got the Tower in reverse. Or actually I got the reverse Tower is the Tower. So defining the Tower is yet another Tower. So it's expect the unexpected. So somebody might just rush in and have this conversation with you. You might be watching this video and they might ring the doorbell. That's what I'm talking about. I think they historically were preoccupied, I guess that's the best way, and they broke your heart with this commitment that they didn't follow through with. This is a reverse Three of Pentacles. This person's sitting in isolation and there is a group conflict. So I do believe that this probably had a lot to do with this gossip piece. Like people didn't approve of your choice or vice versa, and you were influenced, or they were influenced by the decision, and you didn't chase your heart, you didn't chase your dream. I have the King of Swords in the reverse. So in the Tower, somebody was extremely malicious, plotting, obstinate, severe, not the best side of you, I'm sure, but that's why the Tower went down. And I have the World in reverse. So somebody wants to come in and it's failure, it's imperfection, lack of fulfillment, empty, grief for a missed opportunity. So that missed opportunity is, I believe, back to the soul tie and the karma and the space and the bitterness, is that you missed an opportunity to kind of walk in and have a conversation with your soul tie and make a choice. You missed that opportunity. You let it go by, and you're bitter at yourself, I think. You're also bitter at the people around you, because the longer this sat here, I feel like you allowed people to make decisions for you, whether it's a relationship or any choice, and you realize, wait a minute, I'm smarter than these people, and I am more talented, and I have a lot better opinion. Why am I listening to these people? They're making worse decisions than I am, right? But I think it's, it goes back to dynamics and history. Some families, like, it's a group decision on who you date. I don't know. I can't even begin to, I wouldn't even be able to resonate with that. My kids are all grown. They make, my kids, they make good decisions though. They make really good decisions. Yeah, okay. I have, it's only 2 cards that came out. I have the 3 of Cups in the reverse. I think you may, or somebody may have overindulged in this conversation. Somebody influenced this person to not move in this direction of a relationship with you, Cancer, or vice versa. And as a result, as a result of this decision, somebody's heart got broken, right? You missed an opportunity to start a new beginning with this Ace of Cups. And it was your heart desire, and you are looking back at this saying, I have invested all this time and energy in this relationship without any fruitfulness. I do think your strength is going to be tested. Tell me about this Page of Cups, please, and this 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's 3. 3 is good. Oh, 4 is fine. 5 is even better. All right, 6, 7. Okay, I'll take these. These I won't take. They just kind of fell out together. All right, so this Page of Cups and this reverse 10 of Pentacles is defined. Somebody is sitting there in that bluff, the Hierophant in reverse. So it was foolish. They realized that they were unorthodox, thinking they could have their cake and eat it too. They're going to come and tell you about it. They're going to talk about their secrets. They are feeling foolish, absolutely foolish, and they acted out of jealousy, I believe, and just insecurity. And then there's that 9 of Wands. They're going to release some of those wands, and they're going to be defensive as well. And then we're going to talk about the 7 of Cups in reverse, meaning they went from a lot of options down to 1, but also this card in the reverse means that they acted out of lust. That's the truth. Okay, so when you act out of lust, they gave up a solid, committed relationship for an impulsive decision on maybe direction from other people. They didn't invest in the long term, they invested in the short term. Talking about the conflicted and the forgiveness, I get the 3 of Wands in the reverse, which means it was obstacles and delays to making this choice. Because this has been a minute, y'all. This has been a minute. Cancer, you've been waiting a hot second for this conversation to happen. And unfortunately, ego and other choices, I think, got in the way and delayed this conversation. Anything else you want to talk about this forgiveness? Yeah, we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. Woo! So it was turbulence, anxiousness, unprepared, not, hurried, and it would have been insincere. True story. They know they've owed you an amends. They wanted to correct this. There was just not, I think ego, personally, they had an ego and they didn't want to come and talk to you about this. What are you going to say? What are you going to say? I'm sorry I stepped on my true love and my heart's desire to chase somebody for a hot minute for an unfulfilling outcome. Oh, that would suck. That would suck. Cancer, I'm sorry. All right, so lastly, I have, again, this karma, reciprocity, the Eight of Cups and the Chariot are being clarified. Whew. I can't make a decision, and I can't make an informed decision. I don't know which way to go. So, and I feel like their intuition is blocked. Like somebody has pulled their intuition or their skill away from them, and they can't really get a clear. They have fog mind. Page of Wands is they want to have a conversation. They want to be a free spirit. They might be trying to come out of that fog and have this approach you. I do have the Knight of Wands in reverse, which is kind of, again, careless and hurried. So if they do come in, they may not be genuine. And I have a Nine of Pentacles in the reverse as well. So it's bad faith, wanting rewards without work. So this person may be looking, or historically maybe of looking for a relationship without actually putting any work into it. That stinks. So they might not be, what's the word I'm looking for? Genuine. They may not be genuine. There's going to be more and more karma, Cancer, for this person or for whomever I'm reading for, if the behavior is consistently the same. Yep. And lastly, I have the High Priestess, which is trust your intuition. And again, I'm reading for quite a few people. If it is the same, I hear second verse, same as the first. If it's still the same, it's more drama, drama and chaos and arguing and fighting. But you are going to start a new chapter. I am excited for you because you have a Fool here, and that means you're going to risk something and you're going to jump into a new chapter. Regardless if you take this person with you or not, you're moving ahead. Give me one angel number for this team of Cancers, please. Thank you. It's 11. I am intuitive. I just said that. Okay. You have keen awareness of what is happening around you. A strong intuition is your gift and will help you understand the unspoken feelings and thoughts of others. This insight allows you to be a great guide and supporter. I am intuitive. Love it. And it is a Cancer card, and Cancers are known to be the most intuitive members of the Zodiac family. And quite frankly, we lean hard into those spiritual gifts, and every time you close a chapter, Cancer, you elevate. I don't know if you know that, but if you're doing some self-nurturing work, which it looks like you are, and you're doing some introspective work, I fully suspect you activating quite a few additional gifts. Lastly, if you felt this resonated with you, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit people all the way in Italy. It's kind of a joke, but not really. That's where my family's from. So I want to, or my ancestors, I should say, my extended family. I want to try to reach the whole planet and allow everybody an opportunity to elevate and identify areas that could improve through love and through light. Definitely Cancer until Wednesday. Can you believe this? Until Wednesday. If this did resonate, you want some more deets, email me at fourthdimensiontarot@gmail.com. If you like a personal reading, I'm still doing a few until this summer, and we're going to take a little break, as well as a like and a thumbs up is super helpful as well. Love and light to each and every one of you fellow Cancers until Wednesday. Take care.